The saddest thing I see in the entire world is I'll see someone that has such a good business idea or some sort of like motivation and drive, but they just don't have a specific path that they know how to work hard and go for, and they completely end up screwing themselves. They get demotivated and they don't end up doing anything. And that is the saddest thing I've ever seen. It's just such a waste of talent, and I see it time and time and time again. If you're watching this video and you clicked on this, you're probably in a similar position. You probably are stagnant. You probably feel like you're meant for more, but you just don't know what path exactly to go on. I'm gonna help you guys sort of choose and pick a path, a reputable path that's gonna help you guys just do something you like to do and not work for anyone else, okay? The whole fundamental thing that I'm huge on is just not working for anyone else. That's why I got into online business. I didn't do this to become a multi-millionaire. I did this so I didn't have to clock in and put the fries in the bag at my job like I was doing a year and a half ago. The past year and a half, I literally went from working at a restaurant that I absolutely hated, making like $200 to $300 a day as a server, to becoming a sales rep for really, really well-known influencers, making upwards of $30,000 to $40,000 a month, getting let go from that position, going back to absolutely zero active income, and then growing a business from the ground up from zero to over 100K a month profit now. So I've been through the trenches, I've understand the whole thing, and I've been through so many ups and downs from the past year and a half. And I've learned so much about people, about business, and just overall about life in the past year and a half that I feel like I can help someone go from 0 to 1. I don't think I'm the most reputable person in the world to take business advice from just because I don't have enough experience yet. I've only been doing this for a year and a half. But in the past year, I've just been through so much and just learned so much. I've made so many mistakes, but I've also done a lot of things correct in my opinion. I've also done a lot of things right that I don't think a lot of people would do. So I want to help you guys if you're feeling that like stagnant sort of feeling. Choose a path, stick with it, because I really do feel like I can help people go from 0 to making like 5 to 7K a month consistently doing something they actually love. If you're watching this video and you work some sort of 9-to-5 job or you're in college, you are 100% wasting your time. I'm gonna tell you this, use this as your sign to drop it, go all in on anything else. I don't care what your parents say, what your friends say, what your girlfriend says. In 2025, as of right now, if you are in college or working a dead-end job that is not sales, you are 100% wasting your time, letting other people take your money and take your position. And I hope you can use this as your sign to get out of that. But obviously you don't want to just blindly jump into anything you don't know. So let me explain to you what I think you guys should do watching this video. But I stumbled across this business model called high ticket sales, and everyone talks about this business model like it's some glorified thing that you're gonna get rich super quick. That's not the case at all. It's just a vehicle to get out of your 9-to-5 and eventually do something you love and get business skills that you wouldn't get otherwise at your 9-to-5. So first things first is I recommend finding an influencer that talks about a topic that you are really interested in, whether that's fitness, whether that's how to start a farm, literally anything from A to Z. There's an influencer on YouTube that probably talks about it. Whatever topic you're interested in, whatever influencer you find is probably selling a course or a mentorship on that product. My first ever influencer I sold for when I got into sales was an influencer that taught up and coming entrepreneurs how to start a clothing brand. Okay, so he had a very successful clothing brand, so we wanted to share that knowledge for a price and basically do like 2 to 3 calls a week with these up and coming brand owners, teaching them how to design the right way, how to find manufacturers, just everything from A to Z on how to market and grow their clothing brand. This was a super interesting topic for me. I'd always wanted to start a clothing brand myself too. So it was awesome to be able to get on his side of his business, get hired by him, and start selling people into that mentorship on behalf of him. So I would sell $5,000 mentorship packages and I would get $500 in commissions every single time I would sell that. This literally allowed me to save my first $100,000 in my bank. And there I got so good at sales. I was selling for some of the top people in the industry. I was selling over $400,000 in the span of like a month and a half for some people. And the reason I was able to commit to that so much was because I actually, number one, enjoyed the products I was selling. And number two, I knew that there was room for me to make more money than my 9-to-5. I knew that if I just pushed a little bit harder, I could make more money, which absolutely motivated me to actually give a fuck about it. I've gotten fired or quit from every single job within a span of like 2 to 3 months because it was just so boring to me. I just couldn't possibly clock in and actually give an effort for my job because it just didn't benefit me in any way. There was no actual incentive to work hard because you know you're getting the same paycheck every single week. You have to get into some sort of sales, preferably high ticket sales for an influencer. Reason being is because you can write your own paycheck. It's all commission based. You're gonna learn that the harder you work, the more money you make, which is super incentive based. You work for cool people you actually like and that are actually doing stuff that you probably want to do in the future. Once you start sales, number 2 is be observant, okay? Be super observant on what these influencers are doing, how they're marketing their business, how they're making money, what they're doing for fulfillment. everything on A to Z as far as what they're possibly doing so that you can take those skill sets in the future with you. You're not doing high ticket sales to be a sales rep for the rest of your life. You're doing it to feel out if entrepreneurship is for you and to learn the skill sets of entrepreneurship and be observant if you do want to do that in the future. After selling for my influencer and meeting him multiple times, after making him hundreds of thousands of dollars, I learned a few traits about him, okay? I started to kind of look at what he was doing and not really what he was saying, how he was making his content, how he was coming across to people. And you just pick up on those skill sets by being surrounded by people like that. That is a super important trait that you would not get otherwise. You would not get that in college. You would not get that working your 9 to 5. And the reason I say this isn't something where I'm telling you guys to like start day trading or start drop shipping. This is an in-demand thing. Every single day there are massive influencers that are blowing up, popping up on social media, and they all need employees. They all need people to help them sell their products. So this isn't some like get rich quick thing. It's literally an in-demand thing that the market needs right now. So it'd be stupid if you guys didn't get into it. It's gonna be really hard for you guys to learn business firsthand, learn business and grow with them if you don't do this right now, because it's probably going to get saturated as more reps find out about what this thing is. And so once you become a sales rep, you start to make a little bit of money, you start to understand the process, you're observant of the owner's business. Third step would be understand when it's time to jump in the water and start your own. I always recommend once you have $100,000 saved, you have the skill sets that you can confidently start your own business without it failing, then I feel like is the point where you can jump in. A huge piece of advice that I see a lot of people mess up on is they clock out too early. And I don't mean that physically, I mean that they don't learn the fundamental skill sets that they need to learn before they jump in the water. And this is a fine line because some people never jump in the water and some people jump in too early. And a great telltale sign that you're on the right path is that you're the #1 sales rep performer on your team. And number 2 is that you feel like you're ready for something new. You feel a little bit stagnant. You've been making 20, 30, 40K a month consistently to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready for those 100K months. I'm ready for those 200K months. And you're probably listening to these numbers, watching this video, like that's an insane amount of money. And it's not. Once you're around these business owners, you're with sales reps, everyone in sales and in business makes more money than everyone else. Everyone knows that. So if your goal is to make money and have financial freedom, which it's not everyone's goal, but if you're watching this video, it probably is, you have to get into sales or business. There's no other option. There's nothing else you could possibly do except sales or business. That's it. Once you get those skill sets of sales, you're observant enough to learn how the business works, you understand how they do fulfillment and everything from A to Z, you're good to go. You can start your own business. You can confidently do this. I will never be broke again just because of the skill set of sales and just because I've been surrounded by 21-year-old millionaires, 22-year-old millionaires, and I understand how they operate and why they made that much money without being super smart. If you're super observant, you're going to be able to find a problem in a market and you're going to be able to just execute and sell that for a profit. That's exactly what I did. After I was a sales rep for making $30,000, $40,000 a month, I realized a huge problem in the market was that these influencers couldn't find good sales reps. It was a massive issue in the market. I had all these influencers texting me, Colby, do you have any sales reps that are similar to you? Do you have any reps that you could use, that you could put on this offer, that you can train for us, that you could manage? So that's the position that I sort of moved into to start making more money than $30,000 to $40,000 a month. So basically all I do now is I help these influencers recruit sales reps that could end up being really good in the future, and I place them onto these offers. So if you're watching this video, you're from the US, UK, or Canada, you're well-spoken, you feel like you'd be good at sales, please click the link down below. I have a full free training on high ticket sales, and we potentially might have an offer to place you on. I have over 160 influencers I manage and hire reps for every single month. So if you guys want an opportunity to work for them, check out to see if high ticket sales is for you. Very simple way to make a disgusting amount of money online and just kind of learn entrepreneurship. I have a lot of my friends that I went to college with. I ended up dropping out of college, but they're just now graduating college, and every single one of them that works a 9 to 5 that they quote unquote wanted are all trying to get into sales or business now. So the longer you just stay comfortable and don't wait and just think that something better is going to come, it's not. You just look at every statistic in the world, every single rich person either did sales or business. If you want to become financially free, you have to do sales or business, and the best vehicle to start is by learning those fundamental skill sets of sales while also being observant in the business you're selling for. So yeah, hopefully this broke down something for you people that are stagnant and don't really know what direction to go. And as someone that's pretty average and never really excelled too much at anything except for this, I can confidently tell you that if you're feeling that little stagnant feeling, high ticket sales might be the vehicle for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this style content, please thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.